Hi, this is to teach you how to do one of these fancy folded envelopes just for you, Dale. I had a request to teach somebody how to make these envelopes that I sent her. First I would suggest that you start out by making yourself a template. If you leave these for a little bit, you'll never remember. At least I don't. So I have to keep a map, which helps me out. And the other thing I want to say about this, I honestly do not remember where I learned how to make these envelopes. The girls used to be into doing origami when they were younger, and it could be from there. If it was a YouTube tutorial, I would love to give somebody credit, but I honestly don't remember. Too far back in time. Okay, so I just don't want you thinking this is something that was my very own idea, because it wasn't. There are a few modifications that I did make to it occasionally that I'm sure might be mine. But anyways, it's so let's just do the template first, and then I will show you how to do it with the colored paper. The first thing that you have to do is always make sure your paper is square. It doesn't matter that the size, you can adjust it up or down. The one that I'm going to show you is a 12 by 12 inch piece of paper. However, I have discovered if you take papers off of designer paper pads, they aren't always exactly 12 by 12 both ways, and you will run into some little difficulties with folding it. So try and make sure it's really square first. If it doesn't quite 12 by 12, trim whichever side is a little bit longer than the other one down so that they're both the same size. So you always start with a square, and then the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half lengthwise, and you're going to crease it along here, okay? And then you're going to open it up, and you're going to fold it exactly the other way, turn it, and you're going to crease it along here again. All right, so then you should have a square in the middle. So one this way, one this way. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take each corner of the four corners that you've got, and you're going to fold them into the middle so they kind of meet there. And again, you crease each one with your bone folder. So fold them all in. Comes out kind of looking almost like an envelope at this point. So here's your third one, and here's your fourth one. And again, you crease along the edges. So once you've done that, you take it and you fold it in half on the crease that you made before, and you just bone fold it again. And here is your little envelope, okay? They come out, I can show you a couple of folded ones. These ones are not finished, but they're relatively close to being finished. So they come out looking like that. And the reason you have double-sided paper is so when you open it like this, you got this really nice looking paper instead of something just plain. Okay, so again, I'm just going to grab this other sheet over here, and I'm going to fold it with you so you can see what it looks like when it's done. So the first thing we do, and you can decide which way you want it, you know. Either which way works, but you are going to make sure you really line up. If I'm out of frame, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure my edges are really well lined up, because the folding is the most important part here. Otherwise, you end up with not so great a envelope at the end. Okay? So there's your first fold. You open it up, turn it under 90 degrees, and line it up really carefully on the edges again, and then you're going to fold it again. Okay, and get out your bone folder, and you're going to fold it again like that. Okay, and depending on which way you have it, you're going to end up with different looks. Do you want this on the inside, or do you want it on the outside? And you can just play with that, because you can always refold it if you don't like the way it came out when you folded it. And you want to get this as close as you can and as square as you can into that corner. And you don't want them to lap over that little fold edge, because otherwise they interfere with the next one. Okay, so as close as you can get it, and then you crease it. You're going to move here, and you're going to take the next one, pull it into the corner. Ooh, I didn't do too well on that one, did I? All right. Okay, See what happens when you're not right over the top of your project when you're working on it. You don't get quite the same view when you're doing a camera. So pardon me, guys. I'm just going to refold this one a little bit better, I think. Pretty close, but oh well. I'll leave it for now. You'll see how it comes out when I fold it. This one right into the corner. Close as you can get it. Don't let it move, and then just crease. Okay. And we're going to do one more here. This one is going to come into here. It's going to come into here, meet in the middle. Hold it, and then run your way out to the edges. I think that one I screwed up is going to be an issue because it's not very well folded. Sorry about that, guys, but you know how projects are. And I don't edit, so you get to see all the warts as we're going along making stuff, because that's just the way it is. It doesn't always go quite the way you had planned. Okay, so then you're going to take it and you're going to fold it this way. So I have it so all my pattern stuff is on the inside. Up to you which way you like to do it. Okay, so then it's going to come to here and you're going to fold it. Get it right to the edges of your, try and line them up. This is always the trickiest part, and I'm having a good deal of difficulty because I'm doing this for the camera and I'm not right over the top of it. So when you make it at home, you're going to really be checking that as you're going, okay? And here we are. So now what you have is you've got your envelope, and it's like this, right? And you've got this beautiful paper on the inside. And again, it's the same on the other side. Now, you have a whole pile of options when you get to this point. One that I'm very fond of is taking this one side over and folding it so you get this really cool look, like probably the ones I sent out just recently. So you've got the pattern, two of them there. Still, when you open it, it's like this. All right, so if you fold it this way, you can glue along this one edge here. Can you see that? Yes, one edge here you can glue along, and then that leaves this open for a pocket, and you can slide a tag in there. I thought I brought, oh, here's one. All right, so not the right size, but you can slide a tag in here. This end is glued down. And then you take your glue and you glue these edges together, okay? When you turn it around the back side, you get this really nice look at the two pieces of paper, and you've got a pocket here and you've got a pocket here. So this is nice. You can pull it out of a journal, or you can just give it as a gift. They're really beautiful, right? And then you run your ribbon around like this so that you can tie it, and you put your ribbon on here like this. And you're going to glue down a really fancy little middle piece here to cover where you glued your ribbon down. And that's one way to do the envelope. Okay? All right, the other option is you leave it like this, and you have two envelopes, one on either side. You can glue both ways on both sides here, and that leaves you this really large pocket in here. Okay? So those are the two kind of options that really come to mind pretty quickly. If you wanted to be really ingenious and you're folding your two edges over like this, you can glue down part ways and then leave a little slidey pocket in between these two. Not always really easy to get at if you've got your ribbon there. If you wanted to do this differently, you could trim just a little edge off of these top envelope flaps, and then that would let you put your ribbon on the side here, or trim on the side and this, and then you still would have no ribbon. Or you can embed magnet in between here and put one in here before you glue it. And then this closes down with a magnet once it's all glued together. Okay? So really, really simple. Makes really cool envelopes. And you can see there's all kinds of different ones. Just make sure it's a double-sided paper. This is one that I did with Christmas paper. It's really cool. And then on the back side, you see you've got the Christmas stuff. These pockets on the back, really good size if you're sticking in tea. You can put in gift cards. You can put in a large tag because it will fit along there. This one actually is a tag. See? So you can get a fairly decent sized tag in there. And then you've still got this side, and you've got more places you can put stuff. And then you've also got the side pocket. All right, so there it is. Thanks for watching. Bye.